Money is free and there's plenty to go around. So please stop stressing about it because that should be the least of your worries. The only reason you feel like there's not enough money is because you're in a state of lack and you have completely been programmed to have the false perception of what money really is. Because money is simply energy and it's an exchange of value. And you can always have more than you need because you can always provide value. And if you want to provide value easily, do things that you enjoy and love. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about here because I went from living on a farm to having no money and a terrible perception belief system around money to figuring out the secret and knowledge to life and the real currency that matters, which I'm going to break down this video, that allowed me to go out and build over 4 companies to generate over 7 figures and quite literally build the life of my dreams. So trust me when I say this, you can do the same if you knew what I knew, and I'm gonna break it down in this video. All you need to have more money is a magnet. Money will come to you and it will demand your presence as soon as you figure out how to utilize your frequency properly. See, the problem right now is that you're putting out a magnet that is actually repelling money away from you. Because when you try to chase the butterflies in the garden, you're never going to catch them. But the moment that you focus on building the garden, the butterflies come naturally. You see, you're doing things out of order. Detach from the money. Understand that you already have everything that you need and more, and just focus on alignment with what you're supposed to be doing here on earth, and then the money will finally see you that you don't need it all of a sudden. You're not chasing after it. You don't feel like you're in a state of lack because you're so fulfilled and happy and aligned and providing value naturally by doing your natural contributions that God made you to do, that money will quite literally come chasing after you in bigger and bigger quantities. Money comes to you easily, effortlessly, and abundantly the moment that you put out the right matching vibration. See, the only currency that you need to understand the concept of is your vibrational currency. And if you raise your frequency and emit a high vibration, everything that you want is on that matching frequency. Your dream car, your dream home, your dream relationship, everything. All you have to do is keep your frequency high. You see, as humans, we have imagine an antenna coming out of our head at all times. And depending on how we truly feel, what we truly believe is the frequency that will be emitted, that will be broadcasted to the law of attraction, which will then be bringing in matching circumstances, situations, people, and things to support that belief system and to give you another reason to match that emotional feeling. The moment that you decide to change your emotional feeling from a state of lack to a state of abundance, a state of wealth, by I am affirming I am wealthy and being in a state of being as someone who has plenty, now suddenly it's completely reversed where the money is going to be coming to you. You see, money cannot come to you because you don't have proper receiving channels set up. So to break it down from a business perspective, if money is just an exchange for value, how can you provide value at scale? And the more value that you provide at scale, the more money that can come to you. You open up one hot dog stand, you can make X amount of money by impacting X amount of lives. You open multiple, you're tripling the amount of money. And so on and so forth. And it continues to compound. You may be thinking, Trey, well, I don't know how to provide value yet. Well, it's easy. Why don't you make a Venn diagram that says, what do I love to do? What am I great at? And what does the world need? And then right in the middle is your exact unique value that only you can provide in this world. You see, you're out of alignment, so work feels like work. Did you know that when you go to work or when you do certain things, it's not supposed to feel so unenergetic, so out of alignment, and feel like you're actually having to work for money, trade your time for money? You're completely doing it wrong. You're supposed to be focusing on doing what you love, and then money naturally comes because it's operating at that highest frequency. But because you're operating at such a low frequency, there's such a limited amount of money and you're forcing everything. You're supposed to be acting upon inspired intuition that's based off your soulful self, but because you're not doing anything that's in alignment with your soulful self and your inner being, then you're living someone else's life and you're not taking advantage of the abundant world that we live in. The money is already printed. You just got to get the fish net and cast it out there and reel it back in, and you can have a limited amount depending on how much you truly believe is out there. If you believe that there's an unlimited amount of money for you, then you're going to make actions and you're going to have similar thoughts and feelings that match that frequency, and therefore by law always bring you that matching reality. Literally, this is how it works. Your inner world creates your outer world. Your frequency predicts what's going to be brought into your life in the future. Don't get caught up on your current 3D manifestations that you brought to yourself based off your past self's thoughts, actions, feelings, and beliefs. You now have the present moment to change and raise your frequency, feeling a state of love, feeling a state of abundance, feeling a state of plenty of money. You feel it now, and then it comes into your life. People wait for the money to come into their life to feel wealthy, and that's what always keeps them in a state of lack because they're always wanting. They're always getting it. They never actually get it because they're matching the vibration of chasing, right? And that's the big misconception of it all, is that you have to switch to the identity of the person that already has it all and those same thoughts and actions, and then the money will come to you. See, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So you have to embody someone of success that has plenty to then get that match in reality. And it's quite literally that simple. And in the beginning, it's gonna feel a little bit awkward because you're trying to be someone that you've never been before. But the truth is, it should be the real you. So eventually it will come naturally and be in a flow state. Your old ego self is going to try to stay in reality. So it's going to say, oh, I don't feel like doing that. Oh, this is uncomfortable. But if you stay consistent long enough, you're going to have the breakthroughs, and eventually, inevitably, it's going to become a habit and you're going to feel better. Anxiety and procrastination stems from being out of alignment when you do things you don't truly enjoy. But when you do things that better you and that are healthier decisions, then it will feed into your energy levels and it will compound over the next day. And the moment that you start is the moment that everything changes. It's like your life path completely changes based off the compass and direction that you're going. Right now, you're walking around life completely blindfolded because you don't have clear clarity on what you want. You want to make money. You want more money to come into your life. Well, goals without deadlines are fantasies. And if you don't know exactly how much, then how do you know how much you need, right? Like, if you have a dream car, a dream house, how much does it cost? You know the details. Prepare the ship. You're setting out to sail. If you know the money is abundant and you truly have faith that's going to come to you, then you need to figure out the details. What are you going to spend the money on once it comes to you? Because you know it's coming. You're in a matching frequency. It's there. Well, how much does the insurance cost for your new Lamborghini that you're about to get? Well, what about the mortgage for your property? Or what about supporting your kids or everything else that's happening in the future? See, you currently are making decisions that align with the future that you're currently predicting. But at any time, you can rewrite your story and rewrite your future. See, you're assuming you're going to college and getting a degree and having a job. You're assuming that you're going to be working the same job for the next 20 years. Therefore, you're predicting your own future by creating your reality based off your current present decisions. See, we live in this made-up box that limits us, and we have to step outside of that and rewrite our reality. And it starts with our inner world. It starts with our consciousness. And our subconscious is always going to be the dominant vibration. So you have to do this repetitively until eventually you transfer your front end consciousness to your back end, and then it's a full on ongoing high frequency. And then it's about just maintenance and getting better every single day, because life is a pursuit of excellence. So the better that you become, the more valuable you become, the more money that's coming, and it's always going to be matching those beliefs. So that's why some people seem like they have everything working out in their favor, and they're always getting this momentum, because money is energy. It flows like the tides, right? When you have momentum, it's like a tsunami. It builds up, but it's the same thing when it pulls back. And you have to have faith and courage to keep on going, because the obstacles are the path. They're made to better you. When you ask for more money and you get a challenge in front of you, it's not a bad thing. Stop getting reactive. It's actually the solution that you've been searching for. It's redirecting you to the new business offer that's going to work. That is a type of perspective that you have to have, a positive perspective of life, that there's always enough, there's plenty. You just have to align with that frequency and stay consistent long enough and understand you're getting better every single day. Actionable steps, make it digestible. You want to make $1 million, reverse engineer into actionable steps so you can take on a daily basis, and the money is inevitably always going to come to you, because money, again, is just an exchange for value. And as you become more valuable, more money is going to come to you. That's how it works, right? Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times. He found out 10,000 ways it didn't work, and inevitably that future was created. And once you decide and once you change, it can come a lot faster than you think. My life, when I've changed my vibration, literally changed in around 30 days. And it completely took me from living on a farm to living in a massive mansion where I was literally given a Ferrari. You don't have to wonder exactly how the money is going to come to you, or the cars or the physical manifestations in the 3D world. It's actually quite surprising, and that's the fun part, is being open to how the blessings and gifts come into your life, because God knows the perfect way for it to happen. He's smarter than you. There's so many universal laws you have to understand. See, the joy of becoming a multimillionaire is not about the money. It's about the person you get to become throughout that process of becoming a multimillionaire. That is the true reward, the journey, the path, not necessarily the destination, because money, I promise you, will not make you happy. But to feel rich is by pure alignment with your soul's purpose and your natural gifts and talents and embodying your true authentic self. And guys, if you like this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you feel called to work with me one-on-one, make sure to fill out that application form below. And if you have any topics that you want me to cover, comment them below. But remember, I'm rooting for you. Let's go. Money's abundant. Just go out and claim it.